Alright, another day, no selfie stick or tripod, so this will be fun. Today, I did a couple things already. There we go, that's up. I got rid of an extra, what I'm assuming was the heater core hose from the previous intake manifold. I installed a pipe plug there, and I was planning on installing, I don't know what I did with it. Of course. I have a mechanical coolant temp gauge that I was planning on installing, but I don't have the right fitting. So I'm probably going to go to AutoZone or something like that, see if they got the fitting that I'm looking for. But I want to put a coolant sensor right there. The old one was there, and I just took it out, and I thought I had the fitting, but I didn't have the fitting, so that's just the way she goes. But what I am going to do tonight, besides run AutoZone, is I'm going to install the last bit of the exhaust system, and that is this fella right here. It's a Walker factory setup. You can see it right there. I'm going to have to rummage around my bolt bucket, see if I got some bolts that I can use to hook that up. But then I want to fire this thing up with the mufflers and see what it sounds like. Not going to be able to get a loud truck a whole lot done today, but I can get something done. I've got an air cleaner ordered up for this thing. The air cleaner has to be a drop base air cleaner, so it sucks it down a little bit, because there's not a whole lot of clearance on the hood, and I'm probably going to bump into some of these plug wires, so I have to probably move this one over a little bit. I don't know. I'll film it like I usually do, but let me get set up here and see what we can do in terms of filming this while I'm working on it. I've got some good light coming. Because I use Rigid brand everything, I got a ton of those batteries. They have an LED with a whole bunch of angles and all this stuff. I'll show that when it shows up too. That I'm hoping will help with some of this filming when I'm underneath the car. But for now, we're just going to have to deal with what we got, which is brawn. Anywho. Alright, bear with me as I attempt to get this set up. No idea what that looks like. Let me grab a flashlight. Oh, you guys can hear me because I'm walking away and I got a mic on this time. Yay. And the Lord said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And 'twas good. Yeah, it's working out pretty good. I need to get the stands up. I forgot about that little part. Got ahead of myself here. So you'll just hear me pontificate. I'm gonna get my little rubber doohickeys. There's that one there. Hopefully this one's higher. Yeah, that'll work. Come on, baby. There we go. Now I can set this thing down, get that jack out of the way. I got the front wheel chalked, so I should be good there. There we are. So let's see how this thing hooks up. Please let there not be any problems. Oh, I see a problem already. Yeah, I think I see a problem already. That fits there fine. That's not a problem. That's upside down. Try to turn this thing around. Yeah, I got a hanger. Does not seem like it's in the exact right spot, but I'm gonna have to get some cutters. But you can see the idea. Boy, I'm gonna lose a jacking point. That sucks. Oh well, that's the way it goes. And I see the hanger. That should work for the hanger. Just gotta get it farther over there. Let me grab some cutters real quick. Cut my zip ties down. Get up, get down, get up, get down. Cutters. No. Yes. My toolbox comes in tomorrow. Well, theoretically. So Friday evening I'm going to start that whole process of reworking the garage. Just set that down. That's nice. So that fits there. And that slides in right there. And what do you know, my hanger's in the exact right spot, so that's great. To show you what I'm talking about, that's the hanger I'm referring to. So I'm going to get back in here, see if I can get, sorry, the camera situation's not great. Well, that nut was barely doing anything, but that's kind of to be expected. No, those are fine. Okay, good. So that hanger, well, I'll get you in here in a minute. This is probably going to be very boring to watch. And if I was smart, I'd stop holding on to everything. You ever just hold on to everything? In your hand while you're trying to do this? Dumb. Happens. That's in. Huh. There we go. So that's now hung. I'm going to knock the light off. And so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just installing the hanger right there. I still have an air gap there between the pipe. It's all kind of loose, which is the idea. But I want to get it all kind of just hung up here first and then worry about getting that pipe connected to the mufflers. But things are going in the right direction, I'm proud to say. Maybe I can put you guys over here. Sorry, you're gonna get sick. Me moving it around. Let's see if I can get some better light on the situation. Maybe that's probably some must-see TV. If there ever was any. Oh, I knocked it around again. Let's try that one. Try that on for size. You know what I'm saying? All right. Come on now. Get started. Go and get. And drop the nut. Because why not? And drop it again. Third time. This is just working on cars, folks. There we go. That's started. Okay. So that's good. Exhaust is hooked up. Tips are completely out of whack. Oh, there we go. Boy, that sure fixed that. It's amazing when an entire exhaust system is designed properly. That one's good. The mufflers don't have to hang. There's clearance, barely, but there's clearance. All right, so the next thing I gotta do is get those two to talk to each other. So that's cool. This flange here has got two sets of holes that I think are going to work just fine. So I need to go and look for some bolts. They need to be about 2.5, 3 inches or so. So I'll bring you guys back for that. All right, I'm back, and I hope I got bolts that are long enough. I reckon we'll find out, won't we? Those are aluminum. I don't know what that is. I have no idea. Are we even recording? Yeah, we're recording. That's good. Good to know. There we go. We can kind of see what we're doing now. I'll grab one of these shorter ones. Let's see how I can get it go in. Oofta. Yeah, that'll work. I mean, just long enough. That side's threaded just a little bit. That's good. And then now, do the other shorty. Right in the bolt bin, as you can tell. You know what? I'm going to do the longer one. No, don't run away. I'm going to do the longer one because the diameter of the bolt's a little bit longer. There we go. All right, getting closer. And I have no idea what size is the right size on any of this stuff. So I'm going to just bring an assortment of wrenches and hope I can get it to work. There we go. That's snugged up. I may just come back and address this at a later time. So I'll have a little bit of an exhaust leak there, but I'm not terribly worried about it. But we now have that bolted up. That flange looks a little funky. This is barely hanging on by a hope and a prayer. Got two different size bolts going on. The exhaust is hung. Sorry for the moaning and the groaning. There we go. That's good there. Yeah, so those mufflers angle down. Of course, if I was really smart, I'd know that already, but I don't, because I'm not very smart. Can you just stop rolling? That'd be great. Oh, that one looks pretty good. Yeah. All right. All right. Exhaust tips. Well, not exhaust tips. But they don't look that stupid. Shall we see what this thing sounds like now? Let's see what it sounds like. Of course, whoa. Got a little crazy. I'm going to have to add some fuel to the carb. Oh. There's my fuel pump. Fuel pump wire, anywho. Again, forgive the filming. I'm doing this all, well, I mean, everyone knows what's going on here. You know, sometimes you just got to use two hands for everything. Wrapped around. Wrapped around. Now, you know what we should do is we should check that oil. Although I'm sure it's fine. Oh, made a mess for myself. I'm sure you're just getting seasick. Note to Paul, when editing this video, maybe just edit this whole part out. Or you guys can just see how the sausage is made. I don't know. Alright, is Turbo getting that dog all worked up? Entirely possible. No idea if you can even see a thing. I'm getting the fuel system hooked up here. What color is my wire? That one. It's gray. Chevrolet's got gray. Alright, let's listen for fuel pump prime. Let the car go by first. And you'll hear it. There we go. Fuel's primed. Bowls are filled. It's now returning to the tank. Happy with that. So now I got plenty of fuel in there. I guess, and I smell the ethanol. It's not even ethanol in the car. It's so annoying. All right, let's see what this does. Oh, I just jettisoned coolant out everywhere. Certainly quieter. Let's see where that coolant came from, because I'm not sure. Oh, well, of course, Paul. That was one of the things I was going to do, is I was going to loop the coolant system. So let me do that before I continue and create a giant frickin' mess. I'm going to just do this off camera. But the plan is come in here. Yeah, because this is where the coolant was shooting out of. Water pump works. That's nice. So that's interesting. So I'm going to have to actually think about this a little bit more. Seems like I can go from that lower hose to the top one here, or better yet, from here to here. If I can install a loop and maybe get that in there. So that's the plan. I'm going to see what I can do with that. Yep, I'll bring you back. All right, so I put that hose bib back in on the intake, and I'm pretty sure the coolant was coming out of this tube, which runs to the heater core. Now none of the heater core pipes, which you can see there, that one nor that one, are hooked up. The only one I'm slightly concerned about is, I don't know if you can see it down there, but there's a Y. No, that's good. So that's coming out of the water pump and it's supposed to go into the heater core, and then the heater core back into the intake. So I think I got it looped now. I think. We shall see. Okay. Let's try this again. Certainly quieter. I think I need to set the choke. It's a little chilly. Oh, there we go. That's a good one. So if I do this, there we go, a little squirty action. Let's try this again. Certainly quieter. So how am I going to do this? Once it gets running, grab the give it a little squirt. Woo! Maybe a little less timing. That's just burn off from the exhaust pipe. Let me verify that. I'm almost positive that's what it is. Yeah, it's just coolant coming from down there. So that successfully bypassed that. So I'm happy about that. I'm going to twist the dizzy the other way. We're getting closer, slowly but surely. Let's try this again. Boy, that's pretty loud, clattering. But that's the exhaust now. Sounds pretty good. Let's get some fuel. I don't love that sound. I don't like that noise at all. It might go away. Sounds better. Definitely exhaust leak down there. I may have to pull the valve covers, see if there's anything obvious going on. Other than that clanking, I like it. Add some more fuel. See if we can get this thing to come around a little bit. Definitely got a miss. Not terrible, but it's got a miss. Still charging. I've got a tack. Can't tell where that's coming from, but it's quieting. Not really. We'll just let it run out of idle. Belt squeaks because of the coolant, but that's something, at least. It's something. Alright, so I got the thing timed. If anyone has one of these Amazon doohickeys, it's got an arrow that you're supposed to point the spark plug. So I finally figured that out, and my timing light's working fine now. I got it timed to 10 degrees initial. It seems to run alright. I'm hoping that number 7 gets hot, because for some reason that one doesn't seem to be getting very warm. But we'll fire this up one last time for tonight until I can get the fittings for coolant. Come on. Put you guys down. Idling at 950. Probably a little hot. That's all the way in. It's about as good as I can get. Alright, it's sucking all the fuel dry. I leave this as dry as I can. There went all the fuel. So, I think I'm good there. Oh, my hazards are on. I don't know how that happened. Oh, it's a turn signal. There we go, that's fixed. Okay, so where am I at? I need to get a hose, an adapter that goes from here to there, and I've got one on order. I need to put the hose clamp there. Then I can put water in this thing. I tightened up the exhaust down below. I need to do a band clamp, unless, I don't know, I need to see if where the catalytic converter comes out of the Y pipe, see if that's got any evidence of leaking. And the other thing I want to check is temperatures on the cylinders. That's number 1 at 233. 150. Oh, there we go. 200. Same. Yeah, that's a cold cylinder. So number 7's not running right. I'm probably going to pull the valve covers at some point. 175. $105, 100, that makes no sense. 140, 100. So there's some issues with this thing. 140. So the back one's fine. These two and then the back one. So what is that? 4 and 6 and 7. I'm having running issues. But I think that's going to do it for tonight. I'm just going to put this thing back down on the ground. It's got a full exhaust now, which is great. I'm stoked. So, thanks for watching.